Hello everyone. Okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this origami butterfly. I think this is a really cool, good looking butterfly. This is probably a more intermediate origami project, not great for beginners, but not impossible. So if you feel like tackling it, let's do it. This will be the slow tutorial, so I'm going to take my time and it should be easy enough to follow along. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with a square sheet of paper. This one is 6 inch by 6 inch. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold it in thirds. We're going to kind of guesstimate thirds. We want to be really close. If you're a little bit off, that's not a problem. You just can't be too far off. If you're too far off, it won't work. So that works. What we're going to do is we're going to open this up. We're going to put folded side down, so no fold up. We're going to fold this in half and crease that down. At this point, we're going to fold this top part down. Give that a little crease. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this flap here, the top one, not the open end, but the closed end. And we're going to fold it so that this edge lines up with this edge. And then we will crease that down. Then we're going to open this, and then we're going to take this edge and fold it along the center. Just like that. Now we're going to open this, and then we are going to fold this down. We're going to line up our crease with the center. Make sure we stay on center, and then crease that down. Then we will flip this over, and we're going to do the same thing with this one. Take this sheet, open it up, line up our center, and crease that down. Then we're going to invert these. So we're going to take these and just switch them around. What we want is we want this flap on the top and on the bottom. This side doesn't have a flap. It's got the fold down here. We don't want that. We want both sides to have this flap. All right, what we're going to do is we're going to peel this back, and then we're going to crease it from this corner to this corner. So I'm going to take this, roll this back. I'm going to kind of gently press down, but not crease it yet. When I get it to where I think I want it, I will crease this down. Now in this origami, it's more important to be the same. And I mean both wings be the same. So for symmetry, what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over. We're going to peel this, and we're going to line up with the other sheet. What this is going to do is it's going to ensure that our fold marks are in the same spot on both sides. So if we're not perfectly corner to corner or right on a pleat, it's going to be okay because they're going to look the same. All right, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this top edge and we're going to fold it along this line here. So I'm going to take that, carefully guide that down, and crease that. Okay. Then we're going to take this flap here and we're going to fold it along this top edge. And if I go too fast, just pause this video. Okay, once we're here, hide that flap. What we're going to do is we're going to take this flap here and then we're going to fold it in half along this crease line we just made. So we're going to fold this down like this and crease that down. Okay, now we're going to flip the paper over and we're going to do the same thing on this side. So I'm going to take this top edge, fold it along this center line. Then I'm going to lift up this top flap, fold it along this top edge. And then we're going to fold the whole thing in half. Just like so. Okay, so we have both sides folded the same. Now what we're going to do is we're going to open them. And we'll start on one side. We'll start on this side. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an accordion style fold right on this pleat, but we're going to train the paper to go right from this edge up towards the top. Anywhere in here is fine. I'll show you what I mean. So we're going to take this, we're going to fold it back on its first pleat, then we're going to open it, and then we want it to overlap just a little bit, not much. If I can do it so you can see it here. So we want it maybe like that much. She's really small. And then we're going to guide the paper up front here to fold somewhere in there. All right, to ensure we do the same thing on both sides, we're going to flip it over, open this up, fold it down on its first pleat, and what we're going to do is we're going to take this paper here and we're going to line it up with this corner and crease it down. So I'll put this down, I'll line that up, and I'm going to make sure the angles are good so the paper is lined up all the way up here and all the way down here, starting from this corner. So I'm happy with that, so I'm going to hold that down, and then I'm going to give it a crease. And I'm going to adjust that, because that did not crease right. Okay, so as you can see, they're about the same spot. So now what we're going to do is we're going to do the next crease line. So I'm going to fold this back. We're going to have to guide the paper. Then we're going to fold it out. See how I did it? Flip it over. We're going to make sure we do the same on this side. But we're also going to make sure that these creases stay down. So put it down on the table. Fold that back. Make sure our paper's good. And then we're going to line up the paper. And crease that down. Now we have one more to do, so we're going to pull this. We're going to fold this one down. But what we're going to do different is this one's going to have a shorter run. So we're just going to kind of fold this one up, still right at that crease line. Fold it like so. You see that? We're going to flip it over and do the same on this side. So I'm going to make sure I put this down with its folds. We're going to fold this in. And then fold this tip back out. Now those line up, so what we're going to do is we're going to open this up. This last one we just folded, we're actually going to fold it back. Fold it back. Just Just kind of tuck it under, just like so. And we're going to do the same to both sides. Okay. So that is the most difficult part of this model. Now that we're past that, let's go ahead and open this up. We're going to fold these down, and I want the pleated paper on top. Now we're going to put the arrow down. And now what we're going to do is I'm going to take this tip here, and I'm going to go, keeping it lined up with the center, I'm going to go right to the top of this paper. So, do this on the table. Right to the top. Okay, and we will crease that down. Now we're going to flip this up, and we're going to open this, go right down to the end, and then what we're going to do is we're going to crease it down right to where this tip is. So I'll show you what I mean. So I'm going to crease that. There we go. Okay, so once I have that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lift this wing all the way up. Then we're going to take this bottom side, and then we're going to make a crease from this corner here to that point. So I'll hold it down, lift this, push this in, and then I will crease this down. Then with the top, I'm going to hold these down, and I will refold that. So it has this crease down the middle. Now I'm going to do the same to the other side. So I'll lift this up, I'll push this in, and crease that down. Push down the top, and this is what we look like. Now what we need to do is we're going to take this flap here, we're going to point it towards this edge. So it's got to come up, point to that edge. We're going to do both sides, just like so. Now we're going to come in here, we're going to lift this, do a reverse fold, and squash that down. Okay, so once we have this, now what we're going to do is we're going to take this part in here, this inside of this lower part of the wing, we're going to fold it back, and then we're going to put a crease line all the way to that tip. Just like that. And do the same to this side. There we go. Okay, we're almost done. Now what we need to do is we're going to fold this in half. We're going to squeeze this lower part here. Then we're going to open this, and then we're going to take this upper part of the body, and we're going to fold it along this edge of the wing. Just like that. Pinch that down. Give that a good crease. Then we're going to do the same thing to this side. Crease that down. Now we're going to flip this over, and you'll see this piece of paper kind of sticks out at bends. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of fold this in half, and then all the way to these points. Like so. Then we're going to fold this in half again. Holding this down, we're going to open this up, and then we're going to fold it the other way, collapsing the wings. We'll pinch that down. So if you hold on here, you hold the meat of the butterfly. This bottom end, so this is where the pleated paper is, we're going to take this corner and fold it in. We're going to do this to both sides. So there's one. There's the other. When we turn the butterfly over, what we're going to do is, using our fingers, we're going to hold it down here, the body. Our thumbs up top. As we open it, we're going to guide it to the top of this body here, and we're just going to kind of bend the wings in. Can fold it down and crease it, that's okay. Okay, we're almost done. Last thing we need to do, down here, these pleats, you're going to hold it close to the edge. With your other hand, you're going to take your nail and you're going to just kind of push in and down on the center of each one. So in and down. And you want it down because you want it to have that soft look. See how it's got the soft rolling look? If you did it up, it'd be a little rougher. Probably be okay, but if you do it down, you get that little bit softer look. There's 1, 2, 3. And then you can spend some time shaping this as you wish. Well, that's it. There is the origami butterfly. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.